To make these items more visible to a community that is interested in mHealth, they use the hashtag in front of it, which makes the keyword clickable. But if you look at the first entry that you see, which has been submitted 33 minutes ago, you can see it's a startup hire. Again, they use a picture which doesn't represent that much a person who is sharing information to you, and that it's like a two-way conversation. It's more a company that is submitting their jobs, and this is a job in mHealth, a startup hire. But if you go a little bit down, you can see a person, Bent Ruskello, if I pronounce it correctly, and he's saying, I'm looking for mHealth or mobile banking experts in Dar es Salaam. Anyone I should meet? So you see that people are using it to try to connect with people who they don't know before. And again, he is using the hashtag of really critical keywords, so that this message is being published not only in his own network, but also that it's being retrievable from people outside his network interested in that keyword.
Richard?
Yeah?
Can you explain, you were searching on mHealth without a hashtag.
Yeah.
What is the difference between using a hashtag?
Without hashtag, so the messages that we are finding are the hashtag keywords. But if you look at the second message, they didn't use the hashtag. So we also find just plain text. So that means that this search engine within Twitter is a quite good search engine. But Twitter is also being used on mobile devices. And then they don't use this website, then they use a special application for that. And if you go to this black screen, that's called TweetDeck. That's also an application to manage, to publish messages, but also to read new messages. And that's not connected to that website. So when somebody is using a hashtag, like Vara did, then I can just click on it, and I can see a new column in my program that shows only the messages that has the hashtag BD11. So the difference is that it's being clickable, and especially valuable when you're using Twitter on devices, on your mobile phone, on your tablets, or on third-party applications.
So you advise to use the hashtag as much as possible for important keywords.
Yeah.
Because then your tweets will also be retrievable easily on mobile devices.
Yeah. Because if you I'm trying now to click on startup hire. It's not so relevant to our field. But if I now click on it, I get again a list of the latest messages about startup hire. You can see it's only one organization. There are some organizations who are using it. But the fun part of this in the internet browser is that it's connected to an RSS feed. I don't know, are you familiar with RSS?
Yes, we are, but maybe you could explain a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm using the web browser Safari, so it could be that it looks a little bit different on your screen, but each search you can it has an RSS feed attached, and you can click on it. So now I clicked on the RSS there, and now I get a plain text of all the messages. This website that you see now in the address bar, I copy, and there are different applications in which you can paste that hyperlink, and those are called RSS readers. So for example, an RSS reader that I'm using myself is a Google reader, because I have a Google account and Google facilitates such an RSS reader. I go through that now. So this is more or less my my fields of interest, which I'm following on the internet. Because when you are when you want to read, for example, 10 newspapers, and you want to see what new news is, then you don't want to spend your time visiting every newspaper website individually, because it takes a lot of time to type in the address and to see, oh, did they change something? And with an RSS reader, you can copy this RSS feed, which I just did with Twitter. You say add a subscription, and now you see that I copy paste the website. I push add. And now, if you look at the bottom of that column, you see Twitter favorites. So now you can see, okay, now I copied, by the way, the RSS feeds for all my new messages, but you can see the bold displayed messages are the messages that I didn't read yet, and that could be of interest of me. Of course, with Twitter, you're going to overload, so you always have messages that are being published bold. But for example, here, for example, I have a category key thinkers in learning, and these are all different websites. And then I can see, oh, this website, Informal Coalition, they published a new weblog post. Let's see what it is. Let's see what new information they published. So you can maintain in one overview. You can see what's happening on the websites that are of interest of you. Is it clear what an RSS reader is now? Yeah? So, yeah. So you see that the first one on top I didn't read yet, and the other ones I selected already as unread. That's a good way to follow up on movements. And now that I'm in my Google Reader, I can also show you different things. For example, Google itself is indexing continuously new websites. And I have in my home country, I have quite a unique name. So there are not so many people who are carrying my name in the world. So it's quite easy to see who is publishing something about me. But you can also imagine that you want to know what is Google indexing about your organization, about ICMOD, about ComJagat, for example. Those are quite specific terms, and Google gives you a way to create alerts. So what I now have, what you see here, for example, this one, Richard Lohman, you can see that Google have indexed one new website in their search engine that includes my name, Richard Lohman. And this could be really useful also for your business self to see who is talking about your business and what do they talk about. And then you can proactively maybe get connected to that person in order to solve a problem or in order to see opportunities from your target group. Quite useful. Google Alerts. Just search for it on Google, and then you can find the direct link how you can manage it. So this was RSS and RSS readers. I will just go to my Twitter account. Okay, I'm not going to the Twitter account. Because there's also another way. Google has Google Reader, through which you can see what's happening on the internet. But Google also facilitates, or they offer a product that's called iGoogle. And are there some people here in the room that are using iGoogle? Yeah. And why are you using iGoogle and Google Reader?
I'm not using Google Reader, but the iGoogle to see some Facebook, mail, or anything else in one home base.
Okay. So you use it on a daily basis, iGoogle.
Yeah, daily basis.
Yeah. And it gives you an overview of also different things that are happening on the internet and in your social profiles. Because iGoogle is like the RSS reader really is only about websites that includes RSS feeds. But if you go to iGoogle, you can also you can create your own customized starting page. So, for example, I live in Copenhagen, and when I open this website, I get the latest weather, and you can see it's snowing there, it's freezing cold, -2, better to be here. Here you can, in the middle, you can see a Twitter gadget that I have included, and I will sign in with that. And you say, allow my Twitter to communicate with iGoogle. What's now happening is that Twitter is asking a third party to use my personal data. So you see that quite often with the latest social media tools, because they can communicate with different systems. Success. Logged in as Richard Lallemand. So this looks like that. So in the middle you now have